Morning, tube. We're installing the facet door lift electric fuel pump. So I haven't built a bracket for it yet. We're just going to mount it to the fender here sideways for right now. I do have this unhooked. I'm not dropping the mechanical fuel pump. I'm just disconnecting the hoses. I'm going to run the hose up here to the pump and then over here. Once it starts and know it's going to work and all that, then I'm going to turn around and drop the mechanical pump. And I already bought this. I'm not wild about it being chrome because they're harder to seal, but this is for a Chevy big block. They fit the 7.3 liter. The fuel pump, once everything's working and I know I'm not going to have any issues, then I'm going to build a bracket and I'm going to mount this here like that. But for right now, we're just going to mount it sideways right here. This is your inlet. This is your outlet. We have fittings for that. Got two of these. One will go here, one will go here. So let me finish getting this taken apart and then we'll get on it. I'm not removing this fuel line yet either, because again, this is for the mechanical pump. So I'm just going to run the hose here. Then, like I said, once we're started, we'll take it for a test drive. If there's no issues, then I will be removing the mechanical stuff. The fuel pump. Right here's the fuel pump. This is the rubber line I already got taken off. Here's the rubber line that connected there, but then there's the hose right there. So we're going to undo that. We're going to hook the new hose to it. We're going to run it right down through there, hook the new hose. And so we'll take this off. Then that will run up to the facet and then to the fuel filter. And this, once I take it off after a successful test drive, we'll take off the mechanical pump. This is the hard line going up to the filter. And when I permanently install this, I have some oil leaks. You can see, I mean, this motor's just never been cleaned. It is so crud covered, it's not even funny. I did buy some degreaser. I got to get this thing cleaned up, see where the oil leaks are. But this is why I'm taking this block heater off. This is the hose I have, and you can see it is leaking. And it runs to here. So I got to get the petcock that goes into the radiator for the drain here. Then this hose will get removed. This is my cold weather leak right there, because this is a monkey setup. And then as you can see, they got this tapped off and it's hooked to a plastic fitting. They got this coming over here. This one ain't bad because it's a one-piece hose, but here they got this going to the block heater. So we're gonna go from the port right there right up to there. We're gonna get rid of this plastic fitting that set up there, and then we'll get rid of that stupid plastic line that runs along underneath the truck. So, all right, let me get that fuel line off. We'll get and then the fuel line's just going to come up right through here. I am going to buy some clamps and bolt it, drill a hole, put it over and bolt it to this fender, because I don't want it, even though we're custom running it, it ain't going to have a lot of slack in it. It will have some. I do want to put clamps on it. But the fuel line's going to come up right here and over to the facet, which will be mounted right there. And like I said, once we get a successful test drive, then I'm going to build me a bracket up here and I'm going to mount it here, because once we run this new fuel line, this hose is going to be down like this, so it won't interfere with the fuel pump at all. Alright, there was our facet pump. Yeah, okay. Hi, Poppy. How you doing? There it is. Like I said, this line's still here. The mechanical fuel pump's still there. This is just do a test run. The wiring, I did put an inline fuse in it. This is only going to be temporary wiring, because then what I'm going to do is put a switch on the dash. That way I can use it for like a theft deterrent thing. And then I'm going to put a relay here. And then when I flick that switch, it'll energize the relay to turn the pump on. So this is just temporary right now. But this is where it comes up from the fuel line factory. So that's all metal up to the fuel pump. Then it had a short section of rubber hose. So I just put this long section into the inlet. Here's my outlet. This did blow some diesel on me. Wasn't kind of thinking. I really didn't drain it. I was hoping with the one side removed it would drain, so it shot a little bit. Once I started the pump, I just had to hold it here till I started blowing, blew a bunch of air, then I started blowing diesel. Once that started blowing diesel, I quit doing that. I opened this injector line and this injector line, and as soon as they started blowing fuel there, it started instantly. So I just ran around, closed them both up. But so this is where we're at. I guess let's put the fuse in here. You'll hear the pump. I gotta get a better shot. I gotta get a toggle in here and the relay. Hold on. Alright. Yes, I know, not the way, but this truck don't get daily driven. So I just want to make sure this is going to work. I don't have the pump mounted ideally, so it should be up and down. I just want to make sure it's going to work before I build the bracket and do all the wiring. But it really solved all my air intrusion issues between eliminating this line here and this. My air intrusion issues are gone. I do have to replace the O-rings in here and this fuel line. We will get that done, but I just so this is this. So let's go see how she does. All right, we got the facet pump on. I love that sound. She's not having any problems accelerating. I'm going to stop here and jump out real quick because I don't want anybody saying, well, I guess I can show you in the rear window, where we have a load of gravel on here. There's only about 1.5 yards back there, so no, we're not loaded super heavy, but we're not empty either. There's probably 3,000 pounds or so on that deck. See some stuff